Hey guys, welcome back to Pro Gun. If you haven't already done so, please hit the subscribe button. We'd greatly appreciate that. If you like what we do, click on the thanks button, and if you want to help support us, hit the join button to become part of the Pro Gun family. Today I'm going to be doing a review of the Swampfox Sentinel, and this is a micro pistol optic with an RMSC footprint, and I got this for my Hellcat Pro. And inside the box comes with the instruction manual. You get an Allen key to adjust the windage and elevation. You get a lithium battery, which I've already installed in the sight. You get a bunch of screws, depending on which firearm you own. And they give you a tool to remove the plate from your slide of your firearm. Comes in a nice padded case. And then you get the optic, which has a rubber hood on it, which is really good for protection. The reason I went with Swampfox is for the following. Number one is reputation. I've spoke to a lot of people that own Swampfox products and they all love them. The price point, you can get this at around the $200 price range. And I like the fact that it's available in manual or automatic illumination. And what they did was they put the battery on the bottom of the optic, and it's a lithium battery that they say lasts for about 2 years. And the reason they did that is to keep it a slim profile, because if they would have added a battery cover, it would have just made it bulkier. There's also 2 screws, one for windage, one for elevation, and it's got the logo on the side. Another nice thing about this is that it's got a aluminum housing and a glass window, which is really nice because a lot of the optics in this price range use a plastic window with the polymer housing. This is also a 3 MOA dot. And we're going to put it on the Hellcat Pro. So we take the tool and we're going to remove the plate. The nice thing about this is that it either fits directly on the slide if you have a optic ready slide, or it fits with a mounting plate with the RMSC footprint. Okay? So that's the slide. Another option they have, which I would highly recommend, is they have what they call the Ironsides shield. And this is made out of black stainless. And it just gives you more protection. You just slide the optic right inside. You also get a cleaning cloth, a Swampfox sticker, and a support card. So we're going to take our rubber mounting plate, and we use this so that we can keep it waterproof. And we're going to mount this right on the bottom. Make sure the holes line up. And they do. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to slide the optic into the shield. There we go. All right, and now the holes all line up. And you can see it gives you a little bit more protection, which is really nice in case you drop it. And there's a slight gap between the shield and the optic. Some people complained about it, but it's done for a reason. The reason for that is if it was firmly pressed against the optic, you would transfer the impact from the shield to the optic if you drop the firearm. Now we're going to mount it on the plate. and this firearm is unloaded. Okay. And we're going to use the little bit longer screws that they provided, because you do have additional thickness. And we're going to put a drop of blue Loctite on them. And we'll get one screw started with the tool. And we'll go to the other one. And what you don't want to do is tighten one all the way and then the other. What you should do is just put them in and try to tighten them as evenly as possible. Just until it gets snug. So, and make sure it's sitting flush, and it is. And then we're going to take our fat wrench, which is set to 15 pounds. And I highly recommend using one of these. You don't want to under tighten it, because then it can fall off during shooting. And you don't want to over tighten it, because then you can strip the screws or break the product. There we go, one click. Once you hear that click, you know you're good. Okay, and I like to do it twice just to be sure. Okay, and there we go. It's fully installed. The Sentinel is available in two different models, manual and automatic. The manual has a button on each side, on this one side here, and you could adjust the brightness, and there's 10 brightness settings. And it's got a wake up mode. After, I believe, 4 minutes, it shuts down, and all you have to do is, it's called shake and wake, just move your gun around, it comes back on. Or you have the automatic illumination like I have here. And I chose the automatic because if you're using the manual and you have it set to be dim because you're in a brightly lit room, and you put your firearm in your holster, and then you have to use it and you're outside, when it turns on, it's going to remember the last memory setting. So then you have to manually adjust it, and you may not have time to do that in a self-defense situation. So I chose to go with the automatic, and the automatic has a sensor here on the side, and it also has 10 brightness settings, and this will also adapt. The nice thing about it is it sits very low, and I like that. The reason is that you can co-witness the dot with your front sight. So if for some reason the battery dies, you can easily just co-witness it and shoot your firearm without the optic. I mean, it does happen, batteries do die, or if it fails. With some optics, it's all or nothing. With this one, you can get a sight picture on it. It's available in red and green. I don't know if you can actually see the dot. It's kind of hard to do that. I got the green because I found green to be more pleasant on my eyes. You will have to zero it in, and they recommend zeroing it in at 10 yards. They have a great warranty. The warranty, they warranty these products for up to 50,000 rounds. And, I mean, that's pretty good. And they have a great support department. When I first got this, I had a lot of questions, and I called the support staff, and they were really great about that. Another thing to note is that if you have a regular holster for your firearm, it will not fit. You will need a optic cut holster, and you could see the reason why. If it wasn't optic cut, it wouldn't fit. So that's one thing to keep in mind. The glass is crystal clear. I like this a lot. And it is anti-glare and scratch proof. However, it is not smudge proof. But it's a really nice sight for the money. I did a lot of research before deciding on the Swampfox, and for the $200 price range, I mean, this thing is just fantastic, and I really like it a lot. I like the fact that you can co-witness it, because there is a bit of a learning curve. And then you have your adjustments here. The top is for your elevation up and down, and this one here is for your windage left and right. So the only way to find out how this really works is to take it to the range, but so far I'm very impressed. Okay, so I just took the Swampfox out to the range and zeroed it in at 15 yards. First time shooting it. My overall impression is it's freaking awesome. That's not bad at 15 yards. First time using that optic. I think it did very well. Sight is very bright indoors as well as outdoors. And it's a great value. For $200 price range, I will guarantee you're not going to find anything of this quality out there. Thanks for watching.